started with college football. And I'll tell you, when this news dropped yesterday, it sent shockwaves through the sports world, through college football, and it could have ramifications that impact the entire season. Here it is, the Big Ten announcing it's going to be a conference-only season for all fall sports, including football, due to the coronavirus pandemic. The move comes one day after the Ivy League ruled out playing all fall sports entirely. The Big Ten's the first of the Power 5 conferences to do this. And here's what Kevin Warren had to say.
This is not a fait accompli that we're going to have sports in the fall. We may not have sports in the fall. We may not have a college football season in the Big Ten. And so we just wanted to make sure that this was a next logical step to always rely on our medical experts to keep our student athletes at the center of all of our decisions and make sure that they are as healthy as they possibly can be from a mental, a physical, and emotional health and wellness standpoint.
Kevin Warren there, the Big Ten Conference Commissioner. And let's welcome in Heather Dinich for more on this. Heather, now you just spoke to Kevin Warren just moments ago this morning. What did he tell you?
I did. He told me that a big reason for this was the flexibility. He kind of compared it to a family bubble, and he said it would help them make better decisions, especially considering travel. And he echoed the sentiments of Ohio State Athletic Director Gene Smith yesterday in terms of scheduling. You start this in September, and if the season were to be interrupted, it gives you more flexibility to hit the pause button, so to speak. He also said from a timing standpoint, I asked him why announce this now. He said there's not a right time or a wrong time because the situation is so fluid. And there are also details yet that still need to be worked out. Will they play 10 conference games like Gene Smith would like to see? How will they determine their conference champion? Those are all things that he said will be worked out over the next couple of weeks.
And Heather, what I think is interesting about this for so many is we had heard up until now that the Power 5 was working together on this, that they were all trying to figure out what to do together, and then you hear this from the Big Ten. What does that tell you about how these folks are making these decisions? Is it collectively, or is it, hey, Big Ten had to make this choice for themselves and they went ahead and did it?
The latter. I asked Kevin Warren what he thought his decision, how it would impact his peers in the Power 5, and he said they need to do what's best for them and their student athletes. He pointed out, I'm in a conference that goes from Nebraska to New Jersey, and everyone is in different states. I will tell you that I had 2 SEC sources tell me this morning that the athletic directors are going to meet on Monday in a meeting that was planned long before the Big Ten made its announcement. And I'm told from the SEC sources that they're in no rush and they might not make a decision on this until later this month. But you could see other conferences like the Pac-12 or the ACC move a little bit more quickly.
Okay, that whole spirit of togetherness seemingly going out the window with everybody focusing on their own interests there. Notre Dame, of course, plays into this, Heather. They're not officially part of any conference. Where do they fall in all of this?
Well, if I'm Notre Dame Athletic Director Jack Swarbrick, I'm paying close attention now to the Pac-12's next move, because Notre Dame has already lost 1 game from the Big Ten, that game against Wisconsin in Lambeau Field. But if the Pac-12 does a similar move, then Notre Dame also loses Stanford and USC. If that happens, I would expect Jack Swarbrick to get on the phone with ACC Commissioner John Swofford ASAP and say, hey, can you help me out here? Because Notre Dame already has an existing agreement with the ACC. They're already playing 6 games with them, and I think John Swofford would be amicable to saying, hey, we'll help you out, and you can fill the rest of your schedule with our conference.
Okay, they've got a lot to figure out, as do a lot of other schools and conferences. We'll see how much this reverberates around the college football world. Thank you so much, Heather.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.